Satisfied with it. Well, lately I've been struggling with a little bit of health problems, and I pray to God. Yes, I pray once in a while, and now more than before. The more you believe, the more you accept, and the more you accept, the more you believe, and the more you open your mind, the more you learn. And according to the Shroud of Turin, I tried to study that many times, and the more I study it, the more I believe that it's the real thing. Now, I did this all on my own. No books, nothing, no faces, no pictures, just my feelings of what his face might look like, with the stretch mark, the stretch and the agony and the hits of the raping and stuff, how it happens. And it's too much, it was too much to try to stop. I don't do it anymore. I mean, I try not to get into that because it's strong. It's hard on the artist to, when you paint something, you got to put your feelings into it, and you got to, the emotions, and think back how he was feeling, and things like that. And I said, can't take this anymore. So this has been 37 years. But once in a while, I stop, maybe every 2 years, or 1 year, or 3 years, and I touch it up somewhere. I put more blood, or I try to change the face again. So anyway, I'll cut that short. I did. The other day I was feeling a little bit of anger and resentment. I accomplished many things, and I helped out a lot of people. I had a program, it's called New Days, to help out the kids after school, to keep them in the studio and teach them some art by working on the right side and the left side of the brain. And it worked great, and it got some awards, and it got a lot of accomplishments. So I thought, well, I am not doing this as much as I used to, so I want to focus myself in my art again. And I was asking God, what's my next step? I need to make a point. I got some fame back then, and I stopped to do a program for 20 years, so I've not been in touch with many people now. So my art has not been selling like they used to. But again, that's not the point. I get lost in one thing leads to another. By the time you know, I'm far of left field somewhere. I want to make this shorter than to just keep rambling on. A miracle happened to me, and call it what you call it. And a lot of people are skeptical, and then they got their own beliefs. I got my beliefs, and I try to stay in touch with reality. And once in a while, I pray to God when I'm more in need than ever. But I do keep it in mind most of the time. I'm not a preacher, and I'm just not trying to preach to you. I want to share something with you. The miracle that happened was I went to bed, and I was thinking about, gee, I looked in the mirror when I was brushing my teeth. I saw how old I'm looking. I'm getting old. And what have I accomplished in life? And I went to bed with that in mind. I said, wow, time's going by so fast now. The older you get, the faster time goes by, and the faster you get older. And the older you get, the more you realize that time is coming up to the end of your life. And so what should I do? What have I done? I said, Lord, I want to do something for you, something meaningful. I know I helped thousands of kids with their arts and for all those years, and I know that I accomplished, I saved lives through that. And what's my next step? What is it? So I want to do something significant. What about the painting that I did of the Crucifixion? Can I show that and get some attention? That God does exist, that the Shroud is real. I want to prove that the Shroud is real. Okay? Now I say, well, in order to people to believe, they got to have faith in what they believe. They got to see something in order to connect to the feelings. And sometimes faith comes by feelings, and feelings comes by being need something, or being hurt, or being sick, or being lost, or whatever. Some people die young, and then they accomplish anything. And I feel sorry for those people out there, especially kids. They're not even 6 or 7 years old before they get cancer and die. And there's so many sad things happen in this world now, lately more than ever. And so I said, what can I do for you, Lord? Or what can you do for me? I accomplished a lot, but maybe you can help me out. I mean, I talk to God like I was talking to you. But he understands. It's just I gotta be frank to God. I can't just be saying please and pretty please, and I didn't do. I'm a good kid. I'm a good boy. I'm a good man. I'm a good old man. Whatever. I can't. You gotta say what you want from God. You gotta ask for it, and if the faith that He will give it to you. The faith that I've gotten lately is because I've been healed, because I have the faith that He exists and that He can heal people if you have the faith and you believe. But in order to believe, sometimes you got to see something or hear something. And I'm trying to share that with you. I'm trying to share my beliefs that you can also get healed. You can also get your job or get your mortgage paid or have a miracle happen to you, have a gift from God, whatever you need. It can happen only if you believe. But in order to believe, you got to focus on what you want. In order to focus, you got to have something that is really necessary, that is not something that, you don't want a lot of gold and things like that. I'm talking about needs, that realistic things like if you're sick or if you want to get back to your spouse or whatever. It's something that only God can do it. If nothing has happened, which you're trying on your own, God can do it for you. But I found out, I've been reading more about how faith does things through believing and to accept and to focus. Focus is very important. So sometimes when I teach my kids how to paint and how to do things, all my students, what I do, I sit there in front and I demonstrate my art and show them a movie, show them pictures, and show them demonstrations. So, like they say that a picture is worth 1,000. So if you see it, it's worth 1,000 words. You see many people get different ideas and get the point right away by seeing the picture. Then you believe that that did exist, or that happens, or that the artist is good, whatever you want. And then from there, you accept it. And that faith is that way too. You got to want something bad enough and know that God can do it for you. And then He can answer you what you want if you have the faith and you believe in Him. If you don't have the faith or believe in Him, then there's nothing nobody can do for you except a miracle. And that will be, it's up to God. And what you got to do is try to accept how life is and accept God and say, okay, I'll give up. And I want this for me. I want to heal me. I want a job. I want to be able to walk, whatever, what it is. God says nothing's impossible as long as you believe. And if you have the faith that God says that if you have faith as big as a mustard seed, that you will have faith. Well, how big is a mustard seed? To have that faith, it's almost like, wow, that little faith you got to have, and He will do it for you? Yeah, because you believe. Well, to get to the point is that I have a picture that I got to share with you. So it'll help you believe and help you understand more that Jesus does exist. And this painting, this came to because I wanted to study painting again, and then I looked into the Shroud, and the Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin with Jesus. My name is Hector Diaz, and like I was saying before, I've been looking for a long time for the face of Jesus, and it's kind of funny to say that because I'm painting a painting of life-size painting I painted 37 years ago. And I'm still not satisfied with the face. So I've been asking God to lead me to this face. And I know about the Shroud of Turin that everybody talks about. This is the real thing. And some people say it's not. I believe it's the real thing. But I cannot use the photographer's picture that he took. The photographer took, made a negative. From this negative, he made a positive. Now, that's his privilege. I mean, that's his copyright. I cannot touch that. So I decided to try it on my own. I've tried everything. I've tried printing it, I tried painting it, I tried everything to make it look like the Shroud, but it's not working. So I was desperate, and I prayed to God to lead me to something, and this is what He lead me to. Here's the negative of the Shroud, but this Shroud here, the Shroud negative has no copyright, but the photographer's painted the image of the positive has a copyright. So what I want to do is try to get this here, positive, without any tricks, without any anyway, I just wanted something, a miracle, and it happened. And this is what happened. Watch this here turn to a positive. I did not know what I was doing, but the Lord told me, He says, just play with the camera, do something. And so I started going like this, I played with the camera, I did everything I could. But as I turned this here, this way here, all the way down, it turned to a positive. I don't know if you can see it there. And that day, then I took a picture of it, and by taking a picture of it, it got developed into my camera, not developed, I transferred to my camera, and now, taking the pictures here, now I got what I was looking for, and that is the picture of the shroud. There it goes. You see it? This is a miracle to me. I would never, and this was done without any tricks that you can see over here. You can see the picture right now. If you look at, if you bring down your camera all the way down this way, it can show. See, it's showing right here, right through my camera. You can see the shroud. Now, isn't that a miracle? I mean, to me, that's incredible, because I didn't think I can get this ever, and I got it now. So I took a picture of it, and now it's a positive that I can use. Beautiful. I hope people will know about this out there, how I did this, because I don't want to get sued for the photographer. And this is mine. This was my gift from God to me. And this is why now I have what I wanted, what I was looking for. And I'm going to put it on my painting that I started 35 years ago. I've changed the face about 6 or 7 times on it, because I've never been satisfied. You can't get positive. You cannot get the true image, the pain, the sorrow, the forgiveness, the agony that he went through with a painting. You can get one at a time. Unless you're a person in life, you can see all that. So I'm trying to portray the face that I believe that is the shroud of Jesus. His face will be on my painting, and that's what I want to share with the world. I hope let people listening. To get in touch with me, you can call me, and the number will be sent to you. When you get this here information, I'm going to send it to you now. And when you get the information, you get the number from there. You call me and go to my studio and check what I'm doing with this large painting. I'm at home now, but in my studio you'll see the whole thing.